We're up.
Yeah.
Live.
Yep, we're on. Yep, we're good.
What's going on, guys? We're back. Finally, we're back not doing another 11 build. We got something different for you. Today, what was the model? Oh yeah, our Centurion. Brad is out right now, just for a few minutes, and unfortunately, we did not set up the chat. I'll pull it up on my phone really fast, because I was like, right now, I cannot see chat. Let me get this pulled up. All right, so we are looking at a 14600K paired up with the 5070 Ti, and that is going on the Z790 Tomahawk from MSI. How's everyone doing today, by the way, too? How was your weekend? You're telling me Brad is allowed to leave the office? No, Brad's allowed to leave the office, but he still does every now and then, and I don't know why. Oh, look, Brad's already back. That was quicker than 10 minutes, dude.
Oh, well, I'm leaving again.
Not done yet? Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I see.
I just had to go to the bathroom.
Right. And then, honestly, the Centurion is this is a perfect mid-range system, and this might actually be top 3, the 216 mainly. This might be in my top 2, maybe favorite build to do in the shop. I do love the Assassin, but when it comes to like building, I really dig building the Centurion. Liam Lee's just doing a really good job streamlining the mid-tier cases.
Yeah.
So it's nice when you get a build and you're like, dude, I can do this in like, if it was a day and I need to get it out, 30 minutes. I love the 216. Especially air-cooled 216. That's when you can get out like 10 PCs a day by yourself.
This monitor modification. Alright, see, dude.
Have a good one, man. We rolling today?
No rolls today.
Sorry, boys.
Oh, yeah, duh.
I love this, not just like the toolless, what do you call it? Putting an SSD in, but I love the toolless heat spreaders nowadays everyone's putting on. Is it a good idea to put a 5080 in my PC? I mean, 5080 is a great GPU, but honestly, it all depends on your power supply and just what generation CPU you're on right now. Like, even if you're on something last gen, 14 series, 7000 series for AMD, yeah, like a 80 should be fine. That'd still be a great upgrade. It really just depends at that point on the power supply. 5080 or 4090. I would go with the 5080 personally. For just gaming, I mean, the 4090, the 5080 will give you a little more longevity, and you're getting that upgrade to DLSS 4.0 with it. and the games that are taking advantage of that, it just looks great. Like it is really close. It's getting really close to the point where you can't tell the difference between DLSS and native resolutions. Yeah. Oh, you got the chat?
Yeah,
Awesome.
there you go.
Thank you.
Be right back.
Oh, it's not scrolled down all the way. Oh, there we go. Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, honestly, 5080. And the performance isn't far off enough to. And I feel like the price, whenever I see 4090 still, the prices haven't changed that much. So, like, even over a 4090, I would take if I had to, I'd take a 5080, 5090. 4090 is still an amazing card, obviously. It's just that prices don't always change drastically. On last gen cards, usually it takes a gen or two before we really start to see change. RR, what's going on? Big old titties, dude. I got some big old titties for real. It is something I should probably work on at some point, but right now I'm just too fucking lazy. What t-shirt contest? I wish. I wish, honestly, because I know I would win easily. And honestly, if there's a wet t-shirt contest, I'd be seen as cheating, man. So, fortunately, I don't think they'd let me get away with that. But, oh, a fat little man can dream, right? Motherboard's done. Let's go ahead and throw this in the case. Oh my, this Jesus,
Deep
man.
Stank Pickle just resubbed for 8 months.
Honestly, I would do it as long as you can come here. We can make it part of the stream. Because that would be a stream worth watching, dude. Let's get a giveaway stream going. That I'm for. Let them bad boys out. Oh man, dude. Nah, maybe one day we'll do one of the hot tub streams while we build. That we can get away with. But I don't think just taking it off, it might be breaking TOS, you know what I mean? I will say though, it was almost a wet t-shirt contest here, because it was probably 90 in our warehouse. We don't have AC back in the main warehouse, so when you're just around PCs, I was probably sweating enough to where we could have turned it into a wet t-shirt contest back there. And I also, we've said this on stream before, I am totally down. I keep bringing it up that we need to do a Alexander PCs calendar. That is another thing I am all in for. Yeah, dude, they're cooking us at 90. Nah, like, they're not trying to. We have air back in the offices, but just the building itself does not have working AC right now in the main warehouse. So yeah, it hits like 90, and then you have to consider that you just have a bunch of computers turned on just blasting you as well. The calendar would go to interns instead of you guys. Man, we don't have interns. It's just us. We don't even have... I don't think we could get a full year out, so I might have to do more than 1 month. Yeah, dude, guys, what I was saying earlier, this case, all the fans already pre-routed, plugged in, everything is already pre-routed. This is one of the easiest cases to build in. And because of that, it is one of my favorite cases to build in. Oh, the Lancool 3s were good too. The problem with the Lancool 3s wasn't the case. The case was amazing. But the foam leanly used for the cases would just break very easily. So the problem with the Lancool 3 on our end was shipping it was sometimes a pain. The case itself is great. But we just had a lot of times where we would ship it, or even when we would be putting the trying to get the PC like out of the box to start building the case, the foam would just break. And that was the only thing. That was the only reason we stopped using it. Just because shipping it was a nightmare. But the case itself is great. Lee and Lee has been killing it on like the mid-range, and now lately even the budget cases. Does it have one of the front panel? Oh no, it's it's one single front panel connector. That's another thing. I wish that just became a normal function for PCs. Is just having one universal, what do you call it? Front panel header. One thing I always like to do is I actually pre-route CPU cables, because a lot of cases, once you get to the point where you put a radiator in, you will not be able to easily reach the CPU headers, or the CPU 8 pins. Yeah, plugging them in is super annoying. Yeah, we still get some that just use just the separate cables, like, you know, the power LED plus, minus, power switch, reset switch. And most cases nowadays, what I'm seeing, they don't even come with the hard drive LED anymore, just because a lot of people have completely eliminated hard drives from their computers. But still, even without doing that, it would just be nice to have a solid front panel connector. Jacob said he hated building in the Lancool 3. I didn't mind it too much. Building it was that hard. I don't think it was that much different than the 216. Like I said, to me, the pain was just the foam and shipping it. It was just scary to ship because you didn't know what was going to happen. Yeah. I just had the screws for the AIO, and now I don't know where I put them. I roll it here. CMD, there we go. I remember it though. The one thing I did have an issue with on the Lancool 3 was when streamers came in too. Oh yeah, because you had these so the back panel on the Lancool series was glass, so you could just look in and see your cables. And then they put these doors in the back that closed over the cables. And then you could shut the back panel, which was a glass panel. And yeah, what would happen was when like streamers and that became involved, or a lot of control boxes, like people had a Corsair and they needed the Corsair box or the Unifans with the L-Connect box, it would be hard to shut those doors because they actually remove the total space you have in the back. And there was no clip or lock for those doors. It was just a magnet. So if those doors didn't lock, they would just pop open. And they would sometimes pop open and then open the back panel door. So your back panel would just occasionally swing open on its own. that is something I kind of remember happening, but it didn't. It wasn't too many times we had to deal with builds like. We are still without Brad. Guys, let's see if let's play a little game. Let's see if we finish this before Brad even makes it back to us. This is the only build we are doing today. No, I don't believe anyone's won the beam giveaway. Brad is not here. We are just today is not. We only have this one build here today. So today might not be a full length stream. So it'd be kind of unfair not to let enough people in here. Oh, Brad made it back too, so I'm not gonna win that bet.
Nope.
I was betting I could finish this before you got back.
I heard.
Because it's literally, we're just at power supply and GPU.
Oh, really? That's all that's left? Power
Yep.
supply GPU? Oh, yeah.
I told you, man, this case is a dream. It is so easy. Sometimes, dude, the text is so small sometimes and hidden on the fan headers just to know exactly which one's the CPU fan.
Hey, Car, are you watching on YouTube vertical or YouTube horizontal? Depending on how you answer, depends on if I show you the specs or just read them off to you. Twitch bots, man, I hate them.
You hate them? Oh,
Yeah.
Come on, dude, I love them.
Fuck out of my stream.
Dan, you built it fast. Hey, it's not just me. Like I said, it really is just Liam Lee has made this case. I mean, it's a really good case, but it's also a very budget-friendly case. It's what, like $100 usually? Like
Yeah.
if you were buy it, if you were get like, because it's on sale a lot.
I think it's $89.99. So
Yeah.
just under.
It also depends on the RGB too. But yeah, it's less than $100 usually. But it's like, it's not a cheap case.
YouTube vertical.
Nothing about it feels cheap. And like I would put honestly, I could put a 9800X 3D and a 5090 in here and I'd still be confident in it. Like it's a good case, 160 mil fans. And the front panel was designed for those fans, kind of like the Torrent. So there's no restriction with the rail system in the back. So the airflow on this case is great.
Why is it
Brad, they said we need to have a wet t-shirt contest here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I think my man titties are showing through my sweater. So it's really turning on the crowd. So I've told him, dude, if you want to grab a bucket, man, toss me.
All right, Car.
As long as it doesn't break TOS.
I was trying to paste it, but it's locked me out midstream, so I can't even chat. But this is an i5 14600K. Lee Galahad 2 LCD 280, which is the CPU cooler. The motherboard is an MSI Z790 Tomahawk Max Wi-Fi. 32 gigabytes of Kingston Fury Renegade clocked to 6400 speed. It's DDR5, if I didn't say that. We got a 2 terabyte Kingston Renegade, which is a Gen 4 drive, super fast. It's got a 5070 Ti. What brand is it?
Zotac.
It's a Zotac.
I actually really dig the new Gen Zotac. I like the gold. The gold
Oh, you
tint.
do? Yeah.
I like more than 40. I mean, 40 series was so cool, but I like it.
I liked it. It's better than 40 series.
These
Yeah. The Lancool 216 case with an 850 Gold Plus fully modular power supply. Got Windows 11, and all of our PCs come with custom sleeved cables. 50 series is just too overrated. I mean, to an extent, yes. If you're new to PC gaming, get it. If you have a 30 series or older and you want looking to upgrade, get it. If you're at 40 series looking to upgrade, don't get it.
That's kind of where Brad and I have had these talks where, like, if you look at every graphics card or even like CPUs as like a gen-to-gen upgrade, it's not going to be huge. A lot of times, occasionally, you'll get the rare like 10 series or 30 series where it's just night and day. Because like, I remember when they announced the 3060 Ti, it was as fast as a 2080 Super. Like, that's not going to happen again for at least a long time. So yeah, like if you're looking at stuff like, because even reviewers, I think reviewers have good intent to inform customers. But if you ever, when you watch them, they're always comparing a gen-to-gen difference. So they're gonna, when they do the 5060, you know, you watch the 5060 review. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this cable at the same time. They're gonna be comparing it to the 4060s and then occasionally the 3060. But there's still a lot of people out there with a 1060. There's a lot of people out there still have a 2060 Super. Like, until the 3060 surpassed it, the 1060 was like the #1 Steam GPU.
Yep.
So like, if you're still someone on a 1060, a 5060 is still a huge upgrade. And it's the same thing with like the 5070. Like, if you're on a 1070 Ti or a 2070 Super, it is a huge upgrade. But yeah, if you're on like a 4070 Ti, is it worth it to eat that and go for the 5070 Ti? Maybe not so much, but if you're on like a 3060 Ti and you upgrade to a 5070 Ti, that's going to be a huge bump for you. So, and like, PCs weren't normally meant to be like a gen-to-gen upgrade. You know, it's something that you do occasionally when you need to, because your performance is like dropping. Yeah, 3060. Yeah, 3060 is still a great card, man. Where the 5060 shines is if you want to do some single player like AAA stuff at 1440p with that FSR4. Like, that's the big upgrade you'll get from a 3060 to a 5060. But if you're just playing, like, the key thing is too, dude, if you're still having fun, you don't need the upgrade. I feel like upgrading is when you just can't play anymore, or you're getting to that point where it's just getting harder to play because your computer no go. Like, it's as simple as that. But we're still having fun. Yeah, don't worry about it. Hell, like I have a little ITX like travel computer for when we go to like hotels, anything like that, or if I want to bring it in the living room. That's still a 3060 Ti, and for what I use it for, it's still great. Hell, that thing still has a 3600X in it. Still
Oh, is
great.
it really? Oh yeah.
Still great. ITX builds are clean. I do love ITX. I was always like more of a compact mid tower. So like even something a little maybe shorter than this, but still just as tall. I like this like the smaller ATX cases just because it was still easier to upgrade in. But then over time, I have slowly just gotten smaller and smaller, and now I just have like an MATX case that's borderlining ITX territory. Oh yeah, the G2s are cool, man. I was looking at, oh, I have to show them to Brad. Like, it would be something you have to do, like a 50, 60, like, dual fan in. But even Johnsbow, they were always kind of like I would scroll past their cases, but they've been really killing it in the ITX market. And they have some cases I really like. And I was going to show you one of them. It's just, it'd be so cool as like a travel one.
No rolls today, Cole. I'm about to get the Kirin G2. Do you know that one?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about it. I even like some of the tower ones. Like what was it? Cooler Master had the brass. What was it? The Encore Pro Max or something. And it was just this tall. There was no glass on it. It was just brass, and it was a tall. And it had a thick. It was a 120 radiator, but it was a thicker radiator.
Yeah.
Or it was a 140 radiator, like 140 mil. I can't remember. And it was just a tower, and it was like a $400 case, but it came with an 850 watt power supply and the AIO and a full metal case. And I thought that one was sick. Cooler Master actually does really good. Like their NR200 ITX case is also a really good one. I was still sitting around. I was hoping we would get a North Nano. A North Nano would be great.
Yeah.
You know, Brad's a big fan of the Ridge. You know what I wasn't the biggest fan of was the Mood. I thought the Mood was like okay.
I don't know if I know the Mood.
It looks like the air purifier, and it has like the fabric, like mesh on the whole on all the sides. It's also pretty large.
Oh, this.
Yeah, right. It's just an air purifier.
It reminds me of a speaker. It's kind of nice though.
It's not like it's just you have to also see how big it is though too. Like it's pretty large for what someone would expect out of an ITX.
Yeah.
I really like the Sunny Side Up, Lee and Lee's like daughter company, sister company, the Sunny Side Up designs. They have like their meshlicious and their Meshroom series. I think those are sick. And then Dan Case is always great. But a lot of times they're impossible to get. It is still hot in this place, dude.
This fan is not plugged in.
Oh my gosh. Brad just let me die up here on camera. At least it's being recorded, guys.
Gotta
When I-
record for content.
So when I go out, you guys can all see it. And these, like, honestly, I know they're plastic, but the plastic clips they have for the CPU cables, great. Everything about this case, so easy to build in, man. I love this thing.
You gotta make an advertisement about it. Gotta make an advertisement out of it. You dying. On stream. What's up, Spark?
That would be a good time to roll an ad block. Or an ad.
Yeah,
You
right.
see I just collapse and hit this. We'll be right back. Where did I put it? I'll try getting this angled so you guys, to the best of my ability, can always see. Sweet. Oh, come on, bro.
GTA 6 PC build.
Dude, we'll just do screens everywhere, and it will just be that one shot of the lady twerking on the cars. It's like
Yeah.
driving
There you go.
on like one of the panoramic.
Yeah. Let me see. Can't wait for GTA 6.
Yeah, I'm just excited for. It's funny because I always say their name, but now it's actually them. I'm just excited for another Rockstar quality game.
Yeah.
Because it's really been since, like, well, Claire, which I haven't finished yet, but other than Claire, it was what, Baldur's Gate 3 was probably the last, like,
Yeah, super polished.
just perfect game.
Players still.
Like, Monster Hunter was really good, but it was not polished. That's for sure. Like, I love that game. But it was very much just an FPS nightmare sometimes.
Was it?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing as Unreal. Like the RE engine was really good for like remaking Resident Evil 2 and making Resident Evil 7 and stuff.
Yeah.
But whenever they try to make open world games with it, like Dragon's Dogma 2 and Monster Hunter, it just doesn't hold up on FPS. Like some engines are just not good at certain things. It's the same with like Unreal. Like Unreal is really good in games like Space Marine, but whenever you see like big open world games, Unreal 5 struggles, like on Stalker 2, Oblivion Remaster. What was... I'm trying to think of the other one now. It's just some engines, so... But Baldur's Gate was just polished. It was great. You know, there were slight bugs, but they were just like goofy funny. Like, they weren't enough for anyone to really be judgmental towards them.
Yeah.
The only thing that sucks is Rockstar, since it's Rockstar, is we all know GTA 6 is going to come to PS5 and Series X a year, and then they're going to overhaul and release a PC edition a year later.
Yep.
So we're going to have to wait a year for the PC version. And they do that because they know I'm going to buy it twice.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say. If they charge $100 for GTA 6, $100.
The thing is, I understand inflation. I actually understand like why some companies think $80, $90 is a thing. But the only thing that made me laugh about it is when Bowser from Nintendo, Doug Bowser, or is it Dan? Doug
I
Bowser?
think it's Dan.
I can't remember. When he said, "Oh, we judge the price based on the value of the game," and it's like, dude, it's Mario Kart. Like, it's super fun, but in terms of like content and just like it's like the little things Rockstar does. Like Red Dead, when you loot people, you actually like pick them up and you see like Arthur digging through their pockets. The balls shrink in the winter.
Yeah,
it's the little things like that. Why I would pay $80 for a Rockstar game.
Yeah.
Mario Kart. It's like, I think the thing I've noticed about Nintendo, and if this is your first PC, you will realize it. And if you've had a PC, you have realized it. Is that for every Nintendo game out there, there is an exact clone on Steam somewhere that has the same exact or more content to it, and they're all $20.
Yep.
Like for Animal Crossing, there's a game I've seen called Hako Life. People really like. It's just Animal Crossing, but there's actually a lot more stuff to do. Mario Party, there's Pummel Party. Pummel Party is actually really fun. It's just like, so there's always all these clones. I just don't think Nintendo games are worth, especially because they're for kids, man. I still don't understand. Unless your dad works for Nintendo, what kid has like an $80 allowance to buy? Or $90 if you want the digital physical version.
Yeah.
Or the physical digital version.
The physical digital.
Yeah, the physical digital version. Like, what kid has that kind of allowance, man?
First of all, what kind of joke is that?
Physical
Like,
digital?
Yeah. What?
Who knows?
I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to prevent people from downloading and distributing ROMs.
You know what sucks? The one thing I don't understand about ROMs, I understand for Switch games, it's bad. No. Don't like ROM Switch games. That's a no-no in my book. But it's like, if I open up my drawer and all that, and I sell my Majora's Mask right now on eBay, Nintendo made no money off that. I just sell it. So Nintendo has no income on these old games. They don't profit off of them anymore because it's all third-party use sales.
Yep.
So why are they so insistent on like having legal battles and spending money on legal battles towards products they don't make money on it?
I think it's probably to protect the IP.
Well, whenever we had a big YouTuber in the area. There's actually a nearly 1 million sub Nintendo YouTuber within 20 minutes of here.
Really?
Yeah. Like in the area that we know pretty well. Well, I know because he came into the store.
Have you told me about him?
Probably I've said his name.
Okay.
But I've also seen other YouTubers and other content creators that work closely with Nintendo. And from what I hear, Nintendo America is amazing. Like, they're super chill. They don't care. They whatever. They see, like, YouTube content. Because, like, Nintendo's also big at blacklisting you. Like, probably the biggest Nintendo content creator is Beat 'em Ups. And he got blacklisted by Nintendo because he just made a video on, like, cool Breath of the Wild mods.
Really?
And they blacklisted him. And they still send him free games. And they still send him free stuff. They just don't want him associated with their name anymore. Give me 1 second, guys. And it's all Japan. It's all, like, whenever you hear these content creators talk about it, it's all Nintendo Japan. Like, America gets it. They're chill. They don't mind. Reggie Fils-Aimé is the whole reason Wii Sports was free. Because he said, no, you have to offer this for free.
Yeah.
And without Reggie, now they're giving us a kiosk simulator for like 10 or 20 bucks. All right, guys, PC is done.
Doug Bowser.
Doug. Okay, so it was done. I knew it was a D. And it will take a second for that screen to show up. Screen might be sideways. Yep, it's sideways, but that's something we just adjust in the software once we're programming the computer and before we ship the computer out. Oh, this is giving me a better breeze than
The fan?
yeah. Those 160 mil fans, dude. Doing work.
You need to twist so that the front shows more on the camera. Yeah. Just so people can see the fans.
Yeah. Everything is working, everything's on, and it is booted.
Snapkey says, my friend asked me to get Pomo Party, and we played it one time.
Oh my gosh, dude, it's
Yeah.
actually really fun. Yeah, I would have played it a lot more. Deadly Gamers, what's
So-
going on? Alright, I'm gonna step around and take a look at this. Make sure everything's good. I still like that case too, man. Like this case, it looks nice. Everything's easy to build on it. And this is like a perfect mid-range AAA title 4K system or perfect a high FPS 1440p competitive system. If it was me, I'm 1440p all the way, and that 5070 Ti is probably that is the top 1440p card from NVIDIA. Because once you hit the 5080 and stuff, that's when you're gearing it more towards the 4K displays. So that perfect mid-range build, high mid-range. It's really, when you look at the price, it's hard to say mid-range because the 5070 Ti is still an expensive card, but like
Yeah.
performance, it's like maximum mid-range. But I'd still consider it high-end because you still can play 4K 60 on AAA like single-player titles.
Yeah.
No problem. So this is like walking that line between like super high end and high mid range.
W build says snapped.
Well, thank you. I do love, hopefully one day we'll get one of the new 217s in here and the Infinity ones. Those are really cool. I bet you've seen the Infinity ones.
Yep.
But the 216 should stay the Centurion because this thing is so nice.
Yeah.
I love this case.
The Infinity one was just a prototype. I don't even know if they're going to manufacture it.
They showed it at, did you see the Lancool 4?
I think so.
It even has a glass front panel.
Oh,
They
yeah,
cut
yeah,
out
yeah.
the circular holes for the fans. Lee is doing a lot of cases. No, I thought they are doing the Infinity because I saw it at Computex. I thought that was going to be just like a new thing.
TJ said that it was
Because I didn't hear him say prototype when they were talking to Steve or.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hear that first.
Yeah, I thought TJ. Well, I asked TJ about it, and I think he was under the impression that it was just.
That'd be cool though.
But
Fingerprint magnet.
I want. That would be sick.
You want to go from wood to like that one?
Yeah. to switch it up.
It does look like a boombox.
It does. I'm so cooked. I was talking on YouTube, not knowing the main stream was on Twitch. Oh, sorry,
Not knowing the mainstream's on Beam.
Earthless. Which one were you?
Yeah, solid build. This one will get
I'll have to check that
programmed.
out. We've been streaming on Beam Earthless, and usually the Unichat captures YouTube chat. Sorry about that.
This will be programmed and shipped out tomorrow as well. And I did realize I forgot one little detail. So I'm gonna go fix that right now. I put in the bracket, but I didn't put in the actual anti-sag like mount. So we will always, if you get a 3-fan card, even if it's a really lightweight card in a heavy duty case, we still always put in the anti-sag bracket. Oh yeah. Okay, this I'll have to do in the warehouse tomorrow. Because this is the Zotac one, and the Zotac is so thin. This is the one where the fan actually hits the anti-sag. So I will have to put on our other bracket. Because we have a separate bracket. I'll put that on.
Thanks for the follow, man.
Wow, bro.
Earthless says, thank you. Yeah, that's a nice mid-tier PC. Sure.
Yeah. Like I said, like you can still do 4K 60 on the AAA title. So it's even, it's really hard to say because it is still balancing that line on high end too. We are based Chicagoland. Earthless. I see LOL, I see. Is that bad thing, dude? I mean, Chicago's not my favorite place to be. But maybe Pierre's nice, but other than that.
Yeah, we're in the suburbs.
I'm not a big city guy.
Dang.
Yeah, I like my quiet. I want to retire in the woods and the mountains. I kind of live in the woods, though. Mini woods. Microscopic woods.
Yeah.
But yeah, my rig right now is getting somewhat dated. 5600X with 3070, but still runs 1440p with the LS. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's why we're saying, like, you don't always need to compare generation to generation. Like, 3070, you should still be good. Honestly, at this point in time, I would say milk it too. Just because, like, next-gen consoles will probably come out 2026, 2027, because it's usually a 6-7 year cycle.
Yeah.
Then upgrade then, because then that way you know you have something better than the new console. I'd imagine what this boy could run through. Oh, 5070 Ti, 1440p, like single-player co-op games. 1440p, you're looking well over like 100, 150 range. FPS-wise, then esport titles well over the 200s.
Yep.
Well over. Like my 79, I have a 7900 XT in my system. And like I have a 360 hertz display, 1440p, and dude, if I play Rivals or Overwatch, like I'm getting close to that.
Hey, what's up, man? How's it going?
I did hop back on Overwatch.
Oh, yeah? How's that?
They actually fixed a lot of stuff. I'll vouch for them. They brought back loot boxes, but only from EXP. So you can't buy them, but they brought back when you finish a challenge and stuff, you'll just get it so you can still get skins for free. They just unlocked all the heroes, so you no longer have to go buy and buy the heroes separately for $10. So if you hop down today, all the DLC heroes are just there.
Oh, nice.
Battle Pass is still there, but it's still just cosmetic, like the skins and stuff like every Battle Pass. But they really are just giving you the stuff for free now that should have been, that was free in the old one.
Good.
And I actually got orange, the legendary skin out of the first loot box. And then some of the new heroes are cool. Like Mauga. I think right before he was added was when we stopped. Because I remember seeing his trailer. The big like Samoan guy.
Oh,
Really
yeah.
cool. He's really cool. And then their new DPS hero is Freya. And she's not hit scan, but she's more of like a mobile, like her abilities are all dash or jump really high, but she just has a repeating crossbow.
Oh, okay.
And then her right click is you can aim it into a shot, and it's like a torque bow from here, so it sticks to him and then explodes.
Oh, that's cool.
So hers, like, you can just like, I've gotten some sick kills because you'll get them down to like half health, and then if they hide behind cover, you do a jump where you jump like 20 feet in the air, and then you can see over the cover. And I'll shoot one more time, then aim shoot and stick them, and they'll run away and explode, and it just finishes them.
Sick.
So it's kind of like the same mentality as Sojourn's railgun in a way, where you shoot and you just finish off with that big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she doesn't slide. She just jumps really high, or she gets a double dash where she can dash in any direction.
Oh, okay.
But you can also jump in the air and then dash in midair.
Oh, that's nice.
Mid-air. But she's definitely like a lead shot. Like, it's not hit scan.
Yeah.
And then they added in a perk system, kind of like a MOBA. So you don't pick your perks. But you know when you do a MOBA, like you level up as you're playing the match?
Yeah.
And they kind of do that where every character has like 4 perks. Yeah.
Is that in just like the base game, or the?
Yeah, you just play it. You just play it, and as you level, you'll see under your like HUD where your ammo and stuff is. You'll see an experience bar go up, and then once that experience bar fills, it'll just say, click Alt or I, key bound it to 3 to change your perk. And you just choose one of 2 perks, and then you can level up one more time, and you get another choice of between 2 perks to choose. And they're just passive perks throughout the. But some of them are cool. Like one of them is like, because you know the more people you have in a capture zone, it'll capture faster. Like Mauga has an ability. Like one of his perks is like, if Mauga's alone on a point, he counts as 2 heroes. So if he's on a point,
nice.
he can capture faster. Or there's ones like critical hits will add like temporary health to you and stuff like that. Or like Cassidy McCree has one where he's in his Deadeye form. He can get his health recharges faster, so it's harder just to wipe him out. So this is like little perks. Nothing is like more damage, do more damage. It's just like little things, but it's still cool.
That's kind of cool. Dude, the Overwatch perks are so fun to use.
Yeah, I hopped back on. I was a huge Overwatch guy. Huge Overwatch guy since the first one came out. And then it was just whenever you felt a change whenever Jeff Kaplan left. And it was the same thing with WoW. I think when Jeff Kaplan left WoW, you felt a change with WoW too.
Yep.
And Aaron, I'm not going to bad talk Aaron. Obviously, I think he's trying to make a fun game, but I think he's more focused on esports and competitive, where I feel like Jeff was more focused on make a fun game, and the esport was just a side effect of a fun game.
Yeah.
And so, but I hopped off whenever they just dumped the PvE stuff. And then my biggest thing, I think the big thing, and I'm still mad at Overwatch about it, and they haven't fixed this for me, was if anyone remembers when Overwatch 2 was announced, it was like free multiplayer, and if you paid $40, that gave you the PvE content in the single player campaign, or the co-op single player campaign, whichever you want to do. So I pre-ordered that $40 version because I knew I loved Overwatch. I was going to get the campaign anyways. They took out the PvE content, so I never got like a $20, half that 40 back in any sort of like compensation. And then when they released the campaign missions, you still had to buy them for $15 a piece.
Yeah.
So I felt like my $40 was stolen because I did not get the campaign missions for free, where like paying the $40 pre-order bundle was, you were just buying the single player and PvE stuff. I never received any of the single player and PvE stuff for free, or like as part of that. So I still feel like my $40 for that $40 version was just taken and run off with. And so that's like when that happened, when that first like campaign, it was like they were doing missions at a time and they were $15 bundles. When that first dropped and they still wanted me to pay $15 for it, that's when I was finally done with it, because I was like, I bought the campaign. That was the $40 version.
Yeah.
When you guys launched the game, like that's what I bought. I paid for this already, and that's still there.
I pre-ordered Overwatch 2 for the PvE LMAO.
Yeah, and they're still making you buy the PvE separately. So it feels like Blizzard straight up stole $40 from people. And I can't believe that didn't become something, because that was like strictly the advertisement was pre-order. The game was, the PvP was free, and the story and PvE content was a $40 deal, and you were just buying that, and that's what I bought.
What's up, Hairbait?
Happy PC. PC is done. We are actually almost ready to go, because we were just sitting here talking about games, but PC is done. It's going to be programmed and shipped out tomorrow. For the most part, we were just having a quick conversation, but I think it's supposed to say our goodbyes.
Yeah.
Yep, Blizzard hit me in my front with that $40 scam. Yeah, dude, so many people bought the $40 bundle because they were told, again, the $40 was going towards the PvE content.
Yeah, and then you find out that they were never actually intending on releasing that PvE stuff.
I just wish companies were straightforward with us. Like, if
Yeah.
Aaron came out and said, like, yo, guys, honestly, because, like, when they said, like, we just don't know how to make it work. It's like, you guys make World of Warcraft and Diablo, and you're trying to tell me you don't know how to make skill trees work?
Yeah.
Like, if they just came out and said,
PvE, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, if they just came out and said, hey, guys, like, we make a lot more money off the battle pass, so that's really all we give a shit about, I would still be mad, but at least I'd be like, well, at least they're honest.
Right?
Like, if they just came out and said, yeah, we don't really give a shit, I'd still be mad, but I'd be like honest. I'd be like, this is just how we're gonna make money. And my buddy said something really, but I'll tell you what he said off stream
Okay.
about Blizzard. But yeah, guys, that's it from me. I'm gonna get this ready to be shipped out tomorrow, and then I'll go home and sit pressing and play tomorrow.
And then we have a couple of announcements to make. Tomorrow at 2 p.m. we will be streaming. 2 p.m. Central Time, where TJ will
What, you
be.
said tomorrow?
Yep,
Oh, TJ.
TJ is going to be streaming tomorrow. And then Wednesday we have another special build. And same with Thursday. We have another special build, and then we'll be back on our normal Friday. So all week we're going to be streaming PC builds. 2 and 3 p.m. all week. So tune in tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, guys.